Goldie Roger. Goldie Roger is a legendary pirate king who achieved the impossible by conquering the entire Grand Line and discovering the treasure known as One Piece. Born in Logtown, Roger possessed the rare ability called the Voice of All Things, which allowed him to hear the voices of sea kings and decipher the ancient poneglyphs. At the peak of his power, he made the shocking decision to disband his crew and surrender himself to the world government. His execution in Logtown sparked the Great Pirate Era when he revealed that his treasure was real and waiting to be found. Edward Newgate, the man known throughout the world as the strongest man in the world and was one of the most feared pirates of his generation. Originally from the island of Sphinx, Whitebeard consumed the Gura Gura no Mi devil fruit, granting him the power to create devastating earthquakes and tsunamis that could destroy entire islands. Despite his fearsome reputation, he was known for his deep compassion toward his crew, whom he considered his sons. He commanded the largest pirate armada in history and met his end standing upright during the Marineford War, never retreating even in death. Shanks. Shanks is one of the 4 emperors of the sea and a former apprentice aboard Goldie Roger's ship during his childhood. As a young pirate, he visited Fuchsia Village, where he befriended a boy named Monkey D. Luffy and ultimately sacrificed his left arm to save him from a Sea King attack. Known for his incredible mastery of Conqueror's Haki, Shanks wields the famous sword Griffin and commands the Red Hair Pirates. Despite missing an arm, he has grown tremendously in strength and maintains a delicate balance of power in the New World while possessing mysterious connections to the world government. Blackbeard. Marshal D. Teach, the captain of the Blackbeard Pirates, and the only known person in history to wield the power of 2 devil fruits simultaneously. Born on an unknown island, Teach spent decades as a member of Whitebeard's crew, biding his time until he could obtain the Yami Yami no Mi. His patient planning led him to murder his crewmate Thatch when the desired fruit appeared, forcing him to flee and form his own crew. After capturing Port Gas D. Ace and delivering him to the Marines, Teach infiltrated Marineford during the war and killed his former captain Whitebeard, stealing the Gura Gura no Mi's power through unknown means. Luffy. Luffy is the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates and the protagonist whose dream is to become the next pirate king. Raised in Fuchsia Village by his grandfather Garp, Luffy accidentally consumed the Gomu Gomu no Mi as a child, which was later revealed to be the mythical Zoan fruit Hito Hito no Mi model, Nika. This devil fruit transformed his body into rubber and eventually allowed him to awaken its true power, giving him the abilities of the legendary sun god Nika. Luffy's journey began when he set sail at age 17, inspired by his idol Shanks and determined to gather a crew and find the One Piece. Kaido. Kaido is known throughout the world as the strongest creature in the world and was the former emperor who ruled over Wano country with an iron fist. Born as an apprentice in the Rocks Pirates during his youth, Kaido consumed the mythical Zoan devil fruit Uo no Mi model Seru, granting him the ability to transform into a massive azure dragon capable of flight and devastating attacks. Obsessed with finding a glorious death in battle, he repeatedly attempted suicide through various extreme methods, but proved virtually indestructible. His ultimate goal was to create the greatest war in world history, and he maintained his power through fear while turning Wano into a weapons-producing factory. Big Mom. Charlotte Linlin is the captain of the Big Mom Pirates and the matriarch who rules over Tato Land through her massive family of 85 children from 43 different husbands. Born with monstrous strength that manifested even as a child, she accidentally destroyed an entire village during a birthday party rampage. Linlin consumed the Soru Soru no Mi devil fruit, which allows her to manipulate human souls and create homies by giving life to inanimate objects. Her most dangerous trait is her eating disorder that triggers uncontrollable rampages when she craves specific foods, during which she becomes completely destructive and loses all reason. Mihawk. Dracula Mihawk is universally recognized as the world's strongest swordsman and former member of the 7 Warlords of the Sea, who resides alone on the gloomy Krigana Island. Known for his hawk-like eyes and stoic demeanor, Mihawk wields Yoru, one of the 12 supreme-grade swords, and the strongest black blade in existence. His past includes legendary duels with red-haired Shanks that were said to shake the Grand Line itself, but he lost interest in fighting Shanks after the latter lost his arm. Despite his solitary nature, he agreed to train Roronoa Zoro during the 2-year time skip, recognizing the swordsman's determination and potential. Surgeon of Death. Trafalgar D. Waterlaw is the captain of the Heart Pirates and a former member of the 7 Warlords known by his epithet, the Surgeon of Death. Born in Fleban's Sama-Shishe, the White City, Law survived the government's massacre of his homeland and was later taken in by Don Quixote Rocinante, who sacrificed his life to save him from a terminal illness. Law consumed the Opa Opa no Mi devil fruit, granting him the power to create spherical operating rooms where he can perform miraculous surgical procedures and manipulate anything within. His primary motivation is seeking revenge against Doflamingo for killing his benefactor, leading him to form strategic alliances with the Straw Hat Pirates. Captain. Kid is the hot-tempered captain of the Kid Pirates and one of the notorious worst-generation supernovas with the highest bounty among his peers before the time skip. Hailing from the South Blue, Kid gained his violent reputation by crucifying anyone who mocked his dreams, earning him infamy throughout the pirate world. He consumed the Jiki Jiki no Mi devil fruit, allowing him to attract and repel metallic objects through magnetism, which he uses to create massive mechanical arms and weapons. During his time in the New World, Kid lost his left arm in a confrontation with red-haired Shanks and replaced it with a mechanical prosthetic made from scrap metal. Portgas D. Ace. Portgas D. Ace is the sworn brother of Monkey D. Luffy and the biological son of the Pirate King Goldie Roger, though he was raised believing Whitebeard was his true father. Born to Portgas D. Rouge, who kept him in her womb for 20 months to hide his identity from the world government, Ace grew up hating his father's legacy and the burden it placed on him. He originally captain of the Spade Pirates before being defeated by Whitebeard and choosing to join his crew as the 2nd Division commander. Ace consumed the Mara Mara no Mai devil fruit, granting him the power to create, control, and transform into fire, making him a formidable Logia user who met his tragic end protecting Luffy from Admiral Akainu Yudu at Marineford. The Dark King. Silver's Rayleigh is known as the Dark King and served as the first mate and vice-captain of the legendary Roger Pirates during their historic journey. Originally meeting Roger on a small island where the future Pirate King found him in a difficult situation, Rayleigh became his most trusted companion and right-hand man throughout their adventures. After Roger's execution, Rayleigh retired to Sabaudi Archipelago, where he works as a ship-coating mechanic, though his true identity remains hidden from most. As a master of all 3 forms of haki, he served as Luffy's teacher during the 2-year time skip and possesses the incredible ability to swim across the calm belt despite the sea kings that inhabit those waters. Charlotte Katakuri. Charlotte Katakuri is the 2nd son of Big Mom and the former Sweet Commander who was considered the strongest member of the Charlotte family after his mother. Born as one of triplets, Katakuri developed a complex about his abnormal mouth and began covering his face with a scarf, creating a perfect image of himself that he maintained for years. He consumed the special Paramecia Mochi Mochi Nomi devil fruit, allowing him to create, control, and transform into mochi, which he can manipulate like a Logia despite being a Paramecia type. His most fearsome ability was his advanced observation haki that allowed him to see slightly into the future, giving him an undefeated combat record until his battle with Luffy in the Mirror World challenged his perception of himself. Serbo. Serbo is the chief of staff of the Revolutionary Army and the sworn brother of Monkey D. Luffy and Portgas D. Ace, who was presumed dead during their childhood. Born into nobility as the son of the Outlook 3, Sabo despised his aristocratic upbringing and the corruption of the nobles, leading him to run away and live freely with Ace and Luffy in the mountains. After being shot down by a celestial dragon during his attempt to sail away from Goa Kingdom, Serbo was rescued by Monkey D. Dragon and lost his memories due to the trauma. His memories returned upon learning of Ace's death, and he inherited the Mara Mara no Mi devil fruit to carry on his deceased brother's legacy while serving as Dragon's most trusted subordinate in the fight against the world government. Doflamingo. Don Quixote Doflamingo is the former king of Dressrosa and captain of the Don Quixote pirates who operated as both a warlord of the sea and the underworld broker known as Joker. Born as a celestial dragon, Doflamingo's life changed dramatically when his father renounced their world noble status and moved the family to the surface world, where they faced persecution and hatred from common people. Doflamingo awakened his conqueror's haki and consumed the Ito Ito no Mi devil fruit, granting him the power to control razor-sharp strings. He manipulated people like puppets, controlled an entire kingdom through deception, and built a criminal empire while harboring deep resentment toward both the celestial dragons who rejected him and the world that scorned his family. Sir Crocodile. Sir Crocodile is the former president of the secret criminal organization Baroque Works and a former member of the 7 warlords of the sea who orchestrated an elaborate plot to overthrow the Alabasta Kingdom. Originally from the Grand Line, Crocodile once challenged Whitebeard in his youth, but suffered a crushing defeat that left him disillusioned with the concept of dreams and romance and piracy. He consumed the Suna Suna no Mi devil fruit, granting him the power to control sand and absorb moisture from anything he touches, making him nearly invincible in desert environments. Operating under the alias Mr. Zero, He built a vast criminal network while posing as a hero to the people of Alabasta, intending to use the ancient weapon Pluton to build a military nation capable of challenging the world government. Bo Hancock. Bo Hancock is known as the Pirate Empress and serves as both the captain of the Kuja pirates and the Snake Princess, who rules over the island of Amazon Lily. Born into the Kuja tribe, Hancock and her sisters were kidnapped by slavers as children and sold to the Celestial Dragons, where they endured years of torture and abuse that left deep psychological scars. During her captivity, she was force-fed the Mero Mero no Mi devil fruit, which grants her the power to turn anyone attracted to her beauty into stone statues. After escaping thanks to Fisher Tiger's attack on Marijua, Hancock became fiercely protective of her people and maintains the lie that she and her sisters received their powers by slaying a Gorgon. Zoro. Roro Zoro is known as the Pirate Hunter and serves as the swordsman of the Straw Hat Pirates, being Luffy's first crewmate and a fiercely loyal warrior. His mastery of the three-sword style, combined with incredible physical strength and swordsmanship, sets him apart as one of the world's strongest fighters. Zoro has undergone intense training under legendary swordsmen and survived deadly battles that pushed him to his limits, earning a reputation for his iron will and near-superhuman resilience. His ability to take immense damage, adapt in combat, and unleash powerful techniques like the Asura form make him a fearsome opponent feared even by Yonko-level enemies. Zoro's unwavering determination to become the greatest swordsman drives him forward, making him a critical pillar of the Straw Hat crew's strength in the New World. Killer. Killer is known as the Massacre Soldier and serves as the first mate of the Kid Pirates, distinguished by his distinctive mask that completely conceals his face and his unique fighting style using rotating, scythe-like weapons called Punishers. Killer has never been seen without his headgear in public. During the Wano Country arc, he was captured and forced to consume a defective smile devil fruit that robbed him of his ability to express emotions other than uncontrollable laughter, turning his dignified demeanor into a source of constant anguish. Despite this cruel fate, he remained loyal to his captain and continued fighting alongside the alliance against the Yonko, though the experience left him deeply traumatized and changed. Kizaru. Admiral Borsellino is one of the strongest characters in One Piece due to his devil fruit powers from the Pika Pika no Mi, a Logia-type fruit that allows him to create, control, and transform into light. This grants him the ability to move at the speed of light, making his reflexes and attacks nearly impossible to evade. Kizaru can shoot devastating energy beams, move via reflection-based teleportation. He can also solidify light to create weapons and perform rapid, overwhelming assaults with extreme precision. His speed combined with advanced haki makes him a formidable fighter even against the strongest opponents.